Today, a security guard opened fire at a hospital in Kabul, killing 3 Americans and wounding another. The gunman then turned the weapon on himself, but he survived. The medical facility is funded by an American Christian charity, and it mainly specializes in treating women and children. It was the latest in a string of attacks targeting foreigners, and it comes as international combat troops look to leave the country. For more, I spoke a short time ago with Faiysal AliKhan. He's a senior fellow at the New America Foundation. We expected that there would be an uptick of violence around the time of the elections. Those elections are now over and we're still seeing the violence. Is this just going to continue?
It seems to be something that will continue. And I mean, this particular attack on, Dr. Yilmaz, who was there for 7 years, it has the largest premature ward. They see 37 patients annually. So I think a lot of people were seeing this as just a rogue, event or an isolated incident that took place. But there has been consistent uptake in violence. And
there has been targeting specifically of foreigners and in Kabul as well recently.
The journalists, there were journalists who were killed earlier.
One woman and the other woman who was injured, yeah.
That's right. And a few weeks earlier, there was a Swedish journalist. Right. I mean, that's something that, could be around also during the election campaign with so many things happening and such security concerns, and you have people covering it in different parts. I think in the last election also, there was, a certain level of violence. But I think it's remained pretty consistent.
Faiysal, when something like this happens against a hospital in Kabul that is treating women and children, what is the reaction of Afghans living in the capital?
I mean, I've been just following on their media and listening to what people had to say, as well as, talking to people and their very vibrant social media. It seems that there's a huge sort of, outcry. There have been people posting stories, personal stories that they've had of, someone's wife delivering at this hospital just a few days earlier. So I think, the fact that they see something like 37,000 patients and, having a doctor who's there for 7 years and has developed those personal relationships, there is quite a lot of shock is, what I thought, and people were saying that it's, this is an isolated incident of a rogue individual and not something part of something larger.
Right, isolated incident of a rogue individual, but there have been various rogue individuals within the Afghan security forces. We know that there are and have been incidents in the army and in the police forces where those people have turned against civilians.
I think that also, culturally, in Afghanistan and in Pakistan, there's such strong cultural norms that sometimes, even the slightest amount, like a slight of what may seem to be as something dishonorable or something that one has taken, if someone has been mistreated as a security officer outside, the way someone's interacted with them. I mean, those sort of things.
So you're thinking that this really has nothing to do with Taliban and extremism and that other insecurity in the country?
Yes, I mean, I think that incidents like this that have happened not only now but historically they've always been some sort of route where somebody may have said something or they may have felt slighted. I mean, this is a society which takes it very, very seriously, and there have been incidents like this that have happened in the past as well. So I think something like this in particular might be something that points that way.
Okay, Faiysal AliKhan, thanks very much for coming.
Thank you.